Boo, 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 boo. I don't know if y'all can hear my children. Anywho, they're having fun out there. All right, guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Oscar. I wanted to send you a picture. I wasn't sure if you're on social media or what, but I totally wanted to send you a picture of this one spot that I stopped at. I took a picture by the register, and that's all I got to say. You know, like if you saw the picture, you'd know. You just know. You would know how good that was. I'm just saying. I know you know what I'm saying. I know you know. I know you know. All right, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I smacked your ear. So, I'm doing a reading for Blu-rays. It seems like, you know, it seems like we're kind of going through some stuff right now, right? Hi. Seems like we're kind of going through some stuff right now, and this stuff that we're going through has. I'm live. I'm live. Hello. Yes, you know the fucking vibes. It smells like you. I'm wearing his sweater. Anywho, anywho, anywho. I'm gonna say anywho. There's stuff going on with the frequencies. I don't know, but a lot of people have been getting the last bits of my crystal collection that's on my website right now, emmyevolving.com. Whew. The one crystal, I was thinking about this crystal last night. I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking about this morning. I was like, yes, no one's bought it. I'm gonna take it down, 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 down. Gonna take it off the site. Because I was like, I'm gonna be keeping that baby. It has dragons in it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was starting a session, and my phone is like, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. And I was like, what is that? Someone bought it. Someone bought it. I was just like, all right, I guess. I guess it wasn't meant to stay with me. That's fine. Let's get started, guys. This is a Blu-ray reading. Okay, Blu-ray reading. Pat-ow. Pat-ow. We're just going to tap that there. We're going to get some of this. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Whew. We're just about ready. Ooh. So what I was told, I asked what this reading was going to be about, right? And I was told preparing for what you came here for. So there's a lot of stuff popping off. A lot of stuff popping off. And it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Where is this going to head? Where is this headed? Some are intense. I'm feeling energies really just intensifying, getting very, very intense. Very, very intense. So let's pull one from there. Let's pull one from there. Let's get this one there. Very, very intense. And I think for those that are purchasing crystals right now, because quite a few people have purchased crystals today, you got some good ass timing. I'm telling you, you got some real good timing, because I'm going through all these like surges and stuff, and they're going all over in the crystals. I got crystals literally everywhere. It's like a crystal cave jungle up in here. If you think that's all the crystals I got, yo, that is nothing. That is nothing. All right, so let's get a stack from this. Let's get started. All right. That self-worth is in reverse. And this is telling me that you are not seeing yourself for what you are. You need to start seeing yourself for what you are, okay? What you're here to do is to basically serve as a template for other people to begin learning and knowing and growing.
Found it. It's
Let me see. Let me touch him one more time.
It's so gargantuan. Dude, the bambucha, bro. That's a nice one.
This one.
Fucking huge. Put it next to your head. That's how big it is.
The big mofo.
That's enough. That's enough. Say bye. Let it free. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Back to your reading.
I'm selling crystals for my personal collection. That's the dragon heart. Anywho, it's going to a good home. It's fine. It's not fine. It's fine. It's not fine. Sacred journey in reverse. So something's trying to taint your journey. Something is really trying to taint your journey. It's like you're going towards something that needs to happen. You're going towards like I don't know what it is, but it makes my heart feel alive, right? Wherever you're heading towards. It is something really seriously profound. Yes, unfortunately, that one is going right now. He's packaging it up. Let's go into a good home. I tried to hide it in a box so no one could find it. I tried to hide it. And earlier he was like, hey, do you know where that one crystal is? No, I don't know. It's maybe in a box somewhere. I don't know. I think it's like in a box somewhere. It's fine. Okay. Gratitude. So, all of these strings of awareness are coming back to you. And it's really, really important that you have gratitude for what you're learning right now. All of these things that you're going through right now is really, really important for your journey. I said it recently and I'll say it again. What happens in these next few weeks, next few months, it is going to set the stage for the next few years. Excuse me. Okay. Next few years. You have to make sure, you have to make sure you consciously make these decisions. There's going to be a lot of things that are placed before you, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll like wing it. Bok bok chicken. Oh my God. So I don't know why I was going through my screenshots for some reason. I think I was purging pictures from my laptop. And at one point, I had some conversation. I don't put people's names in my phone. I don't put their government names in my phone. Everyone has some random ass name that I give them if they're going to be put in my phone. And so there was, I guess it was like some sort of group chat or something like that. And it was something along the lines of Bok Bok Pickle's room. I was like, who the hell was I talking to? Yeah, I was talking to Bok Bok and Pickles. I don't know who they were though. I don't know. I'm sure it was a lovely conversation. I don't know who they were. I really didn't have it in me to keep like scrolling through pictures to try and see who I was talking to. But I saw that and instantly I was cracking up like Bok Bok and Pickles. It's just like who would that be? I don't know. But I found it hilarious. Everything's deleted though. Shine, allowing yourself to shine. The things that you're going through is feeding your energy to help you shine. This is the period where you are going to shine. Okay. Okay. We all gotta have like nicknames, right? We all gotta have nicknames. So there's this one person that's just always drama. And it's a relative. In my phone, they're listed as unstable drama. So my cousin and we both have like really big foreheads, right? She's in my phone as five finger fever. I don't know if she knows this, but that's what she's listed as in my phone. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. And I mean, she knows that I know that she knows that I think she has a big forehead. I do too. But it's hot. Hot girls have big foreheads. I'm just saying. Card number 11, cosmic connections. These cosmic connections are intensifying. Let's get serious for a second. Let's get serious for a second. Game on. Okay. The cosmic connections are causing a timeout of specific types of protective shielding around this planetary grid. New things are about to enter in. Oh, Edwin, no. 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 I'm I'm gonna leave that alone. Edwin, you should totally make it Pinterest Bruja. Change her name to Pinterest Bruja, not just Bruja because that's too much cred. You know what I mean? You got to change it to Pinterest Bruja. I'm telling you. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. My contact list is hilarious. There's one person who was listed in there at one point. Like, you don't even want to know. That was their name. You don't even want to know. All it's one word. You don't even want to know. Because you don't. The shit they say. Okay. Oh, Lord. The soul separation in reverse. This is telling me that whatever was separated is reconnecting, this cosmic connection, right? It's coming back together. The planetary shields are coming down. I don't know if there are already some type of are there already some type of planetary celestial events, lunar events? What is it? Excuse me. Does anyone know what the Schumann resonance is? Like what level it's been at? I'm having a lot of third eye drainage. A lot of throat chakra clearing. So this separation is going to be corrected very, very soon. Very, very soon. Mark my words. Mark my words. Renewal. Something needs to be renewed. And what's being renewed is this connectivity. Whatever it was that was disconnected, it's being reconnected. Okay. Okay, I will redirect. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to. Mm-hmm. All right. There's a lot of stuff happening here. So, first and foremost, twin ray healing. This is super important for those that are intended to be in some type of connectivity. The type of connections that are galactic in nature, celestial in nature, the type that far transcend any type of human perception of whatever it is. This is something that's going to cause a redirection in order for the galactic heritage to come through. What does that mean? Now, I had said in a previous live stream, I do believe it was the last podcast. What I had said was that humanity is a hybridized species, and that in that hybridization, we were commingled with galactic as well as terrestrial code genetics. And the terrestrial was some type of sapien, some type of great ape. Okay, it's something that already existed on Earth, and then they were hybridized, experimented on, and commingled with fallen Melchizedek code. So that's part of our galactic heritage. It's part of a galactic heritage, you know. Yeah. If you think about it, human history is filled with conflict, wars, violence, acts of violence, destruction, things like that. And it's not necessarily that it's evidence of being a bad species or evil in some way. Don't get me wrong. There are humans who are just total POSs. Okay. That's the reality. There are some who are. Most of us are not. Now, when you take a terrestrial species who is very, very like earthly, um, very much about survival, very visceral in their experiences, and you remove any type of elevation of divine guidance, then yeah, we're going to enter into a space of barbaric behavior. Melchizedek are warriors. We're warriors. Could you imagine Spartans without a powerful leader? The type of destruction, the type of destruction that could be had. I mean, Spartans from infancy, they were taught to suppress emotions, feelings, sensations, to ignore the limits of the body. Same thing with Melchizedek. Blu-rays are warriors. Imagine what would have happened to any other nation that Sparta attempted to conquer. I don't think they would have stood any chance. I really don't think they would have stood any kind of chance. If we're really going to look at it, yeah, I'm pretty sure no. I'm pretty sure no. I'm pretty sure they would have had their way. Pretty sure of it. And what's happened with humanity? We haven't had a powerful, solid source of guidance, leadership. All we have are people who continue to feed the way Melchizedek code is structured. And what is that? When you pair Melchizedek code with a terrestrial species, the lack of discipline, the lack of self regulation that a species has, that becomes very destructive. Very, very, very destructive. Very destructive. And that's kind of where we've headed. We've gone from destructive and violent to even more destructive and even more violent and fighting with each other and all of these other things. Like it's just ridiculous. And I think what's going on now is change is being implemented. Now, planetary shields go down. It's not just positive things that can enter. A lot of questionable energies will also enter. A lot. And am I giving you this information to scare you? No. Your fear is bringing your attention to the areas within you that need your attention now. These are areas that need to be fortified so that they will not be exploited. Okay? You need to go beyond that very flawed human logic of, oh, it's either you're afraid or you're courageous. What happens when you have courage but lack of action? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. You need courage and informed action, intentional action in order for something positive to result. When you're facing very negative things, it's not enough to have courage. Because, I mean, could you imagine? You're very courageous. Someone, it's someone's just broken into your home and you're courageous. You have no fear, right? It's just like, you're pumped. What are you going to do? You're going to stay in your room and be courageous. What the hell's that going to do? I would rather be afraid and full of empowered action than to be courageous and lack any type of action. You break into my home, I'll probably be scared while I load my Tavor X95. I'm accurate up to 100 yards. Anything beyond 100 yards, I don't know. I might hit it, I might not. Good thing I don't live in a mansion. Anywhere you are in the house, I can tag you real good, accurately. I'm accurate enough at 100 yards that I can create a clover leaf pattern with the entry wounds. Tear a hole right through you. I'll do it while afraid, but you're not fucking with my family. I can be afraid as I want to be, as afraid as I want to be. Hell, I can be crying while I shoot. But I promise you, even without my scope on, I've trained myself to shoot with the iron sights. In addition to that, I've trained myself to shoot accurately with no sights at all. My body just knows how to hold it. I don't even have to think anymore. I just know there's a specific place on my shoulder that butt goes on. As long as I have that C-clamp in my hand, holding it like this, I know exactly how high to raise my left arm. No matter what, I'll always hit what I want to hit. No matter what. So what have y'all been doing with this time? I've been enjoying teaching myself skills that I might need. Might need for what? For whatever life brings my way. I would rather be afraid and behaving in an empowered way than have courage and have zero action. I don't need to be fearless. I just need to be able to act in the face of my fear. So when I do these readings where it's like really intense information, it's not to scare you, but I wouldn't be surprised if you become a little bit nervous. It's okay. Make sure you can still function even through the nerves, even through the fear. Make sure you can continue to make logical decisions. Everyone wants to claim their Blu-rays, but really, one of the most telltale signs of a Blu-ray is when all hell breaks loose, you become very calm. And I never realized that um, it's a very tangible thing when I enter into that type of state. I remember one time I was visiting a really good friend out in Pennsylvania, and something happened. My kid was pushing off their counter on a bar stool. They were on two legs and they were pushing, rocking back and forth. And then finally, they pushed a little too far. Bar stool fell back, caught it, and he ended up hitting his head anyways. And instead of freaking out, very calmly stood over him, picked him up. I'm like, let me see, sit on the counter. Let me see, checked his head. Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel confused? Do you know who I am? He was fine. I was like, I don't think you have a concussion. Maybe you should just sit down for the rest of the day. You sure you're okay? And he was going to cry. And I was like, it's okay if you're scared. You're fine though. And my friend was like, wow, that's pretty cool that you get that calm. Everyone else would have freaked out. And I was like, well, I mean, what's done is already done. He's not injured. I don't see any type of contusion. I did see his head make contact with the floor, but I mean, he doesn't have any signs of concussion. He's not confused. She gets like that too. It's amazing. That's why she's a really good friend. I have this story to tell. She's one of the most powerful women I've ever come across. One of the most powerful. I have so much love for her. Oh my gosh. You talk to her and you'd think she's the most feminine, sweetest thing ever, because she is. She actually really truly is. She's one of the sweetest people I've ever come across, ever. And her husband, I believe, or soon to be ex-husband, I believe he's former military and he was doing contracting work. So he would be gone for like 3, 6 months at a time. He'd be abroad, he'd be overseas. And they lived in a very, very small town. And, it's just her and her kids. He's not home. One night, someone seemed to be inebriated. They began walking up her driveway. It's a very steep driveway, and at the top is her house, and it's only her house. There's no reason for anyone to walk on her driveway. They began to walk across the grass to the front door. She's so fucking badass. It's at that point she went and got the shotgun, concealed her body, and made sure the approaching person could hear her load a shell into the chamber. And she very calmly said, "You have no business on my property. You need to leave right now. I'm armed." And I was like, "Oh my God, weren't you scared?" She goes, "A little bit." Yeah, he left. She didn't stop to call the cops. She made sure nothing was going to get into that house and affect her and her children. And after he left, she made sure to lock all the doors and then she called the cops. It's beautiful to be powerful like that. And I swear, if you talk to her, you'd think she's just this helpless thing, super sweet, damsel in distress. I swear to you, she's one of the most powerful people I've ever come across. One of the most powerful. That's the kind of people I keep in my corner. The kind that I don't have to protect or defend. The kind that I know shit hits the fan, you're locked and loaded. I'll be the 12 if you're the 6. We're good, girl. We're good. Regardless of how afraid you are, you can always take action to ensure that you're safe. You can always take the appropriate action to ensure that you're safe. We're not playing wild, wild west out here. Nothing comes out unless there is a credible threat, whether it's energetic, whether it's, munitions, whatever it is. Nothing comes out unless there's a credible threat, an active, credible threat. These are not empty words. These are declarations of fact. These are declarations of fact. Okay? And no, she doesn't brag to people that she can do this and that. No. She talks to me about canning food. She talks to me about arts and crafts. We talk about homeschool. She's amazing. I love her. I should bring her on sometime. Change is coming, and the rebirth of magic is coming with it. Okay? The rebirth of magic is coming with it. I feel like you guys have to hear her voice. Oh my god, hold on. You could hear the sweetness in her voice. I'm messaging her, "Hey girl, I'm live. Can my people hear your voice?" Let's see what she says. She might not be free because she works in the evenings, I think. Card number 36, the trap. It's in reverse. So, whatever trap is being set, it's very much upside down. You don't have to be afraid of it, you have to be aware of it. Being afraid is going to take your awareness and turn it into something distorted. Allow yourself to be aware, not afraid. That's the wrong A. It's like allow yourself to be an A word. Are you going to be awesome or an asshole? That's kind of a no brainer, right? And the answer would be it depends on the situation, what's happening. There's no singular way to approach things. You have to be aware of what's happening in your vicinity. You have to be aware of what's in your proximity and really make decisions based on how to stabilize your sense of self, your sense of peace, your sense of safety, all of these things. So I go through a checklist in my head. If I get triggered, what's the first things that goes through my head? I assess the level of safety. Are we safe where we're at? No, we need to get out of here. That's all I need to know in that moment. We need to get out of here. Mm-hmm. Am I just tripping? Well, do I really want to stick around and see what is triggering my intuition? As a matter of fact, it was on a drive. I was in deep ass Texas. I swear to God, I was deep in Texas. I was deep in Texas. And then I was told I needed to leave Texas immediately. And I'm like, but we just arrived. So I was told we need to leave Texas immediately. And we go ahead and we start going. And we're actually, during that trip from Texas, we were heading to my girlfriend's house all the way in Pennsylvania. We made it in, I think, like 20 hours, 16 hours. That's a long ass drive. You're supposed to take like 2 days. We kept going. So at that time, we were very, we traveled so much. We just kept traveling. And so I had a weather alert app on my phone. And literally every single county as we pass, as we exit that county and enter into the next one, we get a major alert. the alert system, the broadcast system is going off. Sirens all through my phone, and they're like seek high ground, flash flood. So all the highways, the freeways and highways were closing maybe 10, 15 minutes after we are out of that area. It shuts down and everything just was wrecked. Everything was wrecked. We would have been stranded, but we weren't because we kept going. And we weren't just going out of fear. It was like, okay, something urgent. We need to go. We need to go. That's not the first time something like that has happened to me. Was on an RVing trip with my family and my mom. We arrived in South Dakota. It'd been a long ass day. We arrived fairly late at night to some RV campground. And the guy, he's like, oh, I got the perfect place for you. And he puts us literally right beside the river. He's like, this is a beautiful place to wake up in the morning. Your family will love it. He puts us right beside the river. Frey goes ahead and he connects everything for the RV. We're now fully hooked up. Everyone's going to bed. I'm the last one to go to bed. And as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm exhausted. I'm about to fall asleep. And I sit back up. I'm like, we have to leave. We have to leave now. My husband doesn't want to leave. He's tired. So I said, unhook the RV and I will drive it. You can keep sleeping. He unhooked it and I was driving it. My mom comes out. She's like, where are you going? We're leaving. She said I was crazy because we just paid. Why are we leaving? Go back to sleep, mom. Just go back to sleep, please. And I drove for quite some time. Ended up at Mount Rushmore. And finally, I found some like alley area where I could park the RV for a couple hours before the sun comes up. And then everyone else woke up and we started our day. We decided to go and check out Mount Rushmore. And I saw on the TV the very area we left that night because I didn't want to sleep. I was like, no, we have to leave. They were flooded. That river flooded and it cut them off from everything. Hmm. The National Guard had to airdrop supplies into that city. They were completely cut off. When you listen to your intuition, it keeps you safe. It keeps you very, very safe. When we're in an area and things seem like they're hitting the fan, I'm not tripping. No, we don't got to leave. We can be in a peaceful place. Now I'm like anxiety. We got to go. We got to go. And we go. We've avoided tornadoes. We've avoided hurricanes. We've avoided all sorts of really crazy ass weather, floodings, everything. We've avoided. That's why I say, I'm telling you, if I'm your travel buddy, I promise you'll survive. Whatever happens, you'll survive. We won't be there when shit pops off. Because I'm just like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Why do you have to go? I'm not sure, but I gotta go. See you again some other time. I'll leave. I don't care. I don't care. You think I'm crazy? All right. Mhm. That's fine with me. Think I'm crazy all you want. Go ahead. You have to begin listening to your intuition because a lot of what we do is disregard our very intuition. We have a built in communication system with creation. You are being told by creation itself, this is a dangerous location. This is a dangerous situation. Oh, but no, you don't want to be rude, right? You don't want to this, you don't want to that. I literally have been known to just stop talking in the middle of a conversation and just walk away. Like, turn around and walk away. Didn't explain nothing. I just turned around and walked away. And people were like, oh my God, that was weird. Why the hell did she just leave? You'll see. I'm out. I'm out. I'm good. I don't need to prove nothing. You are pushing away the very things that will keep you safe. The attract sigil was in reverse, just like the trap sigil was in reverse. There's no way to trap you without your compliance. When you think about things, you begin to give yourself the time and the space to be able to decide whether you will comply or not. I'm just saying. See, okay, someone wrote no fucks given. No, it's actually the opposite. I have an entire storehouse of fucks to give. I'm just very selective of what I give a fuck to. Serious, completely serious. I have an entire storehouse. I have an entire storehouse. I care deeply and tremendously about my environment, about the people in my environment, the way events play out, other people's safety, not just my own, like the whole shebang. But here's the thing, the only thing I can control is me. That's the only thing. Okay. You've been hiding away in your shadows. You need to be reborn from it. You have to allow yourself to come forward from that shadow. You have to allow yourself to experience this cosmic connection. Okay. Wait, what? Hold on. So, what did I say? You have to allow yourself to experience the cosmic connection. I saw Michael smile, so that's exactly why you smiled. Anywho, all right, let's see. Ooh, solar consciousness. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Solar consciousness is returning. Solar system parallel. A parallel consciousness is coming back in. That's why they're thinning the planetary grid. Now, here's the thing, solar consciousness has a high percentage of it involving patriarchal consciousness, masculine consciousness. But here's the thing, if we're talking about a parallel solar system, we're talking about the equal, the side by side. So the solar feminine is coming back. Oh, shit. 3 is a number of a solid foundation from which to launch the self. 3 plus 4 is 7, which is completion. Fusion and magic. Ooh. The strings, the strings, the strings, the strings that connect us. This interconnectedness is being reestablished. 55 being an elevation of change. Card number 13, birth and expansion. Lyra Pat. Oh, shit. It involves founders. It involves this Asani. Okay. Something is trying to play. All right. Okay. Card number 13, birth and expansion, Lyra past. This has to do with a past event that occurred in Lyra. Has to do with galactic wars. It has to do with a lot of different things that are coming full circle. It's coming back. The past, the upside down, is coming back. 3, a solid foundation from which to receive delusion of control. See, look, someone thinks that they can go ahead and take the strings and tangle them, play with them. Because remember, Orion, right? Present, past. Look, he got all tangled up. He got all tangled up. And part of the reason he got tangled up is because he involved that event in Lyra. So this involves an upside down attempt by the Zeta Reticuli. present, 79. This was the tail end of indigo children incarnating. This is the tail end, okay? This is a tail end. They're riding in through those distorted heart and solar plexus pathways. Excuse me. See, look, balance, and then but it gets muddled. There's like shadow, something obscured. There's something obscure that prevents the unadulterated observation, the neutral observation. Card number 66, sharing cultural ideals. And then card number 88, balanced relationships. So it has to do with two, you know, two reflections, reflecting each other, right? But then you have 103, spiritual sovereignty, Esasani. Esasani were travelers. These are people who have been, I guess, tasked by their soul to travel, traverse through their own sacred consciousness so that they could understand some of the things that they've been going through. And whatever it is they're going through, it has to do with the strings, but it's all jumbled up. It's completely jumbled up, and it's almost like they're existing in a parallel type of dimensional delusion of control. Each one thinks that they can tug the string with no effect to themselves, and in reality this is going to end up being the end result, right? So there's a lot of different things that are being presented here in these cards, and these things are simple complexities, complex simplicities. Card number 1, beyond wisdom, founders parallel. That's what's being covered up. Hold on. The founders. A founder is returning. Founder is returning. Do you guys feel that? Okay, 33 CP, if you could begin harvesting, please. Shield and cube, please. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. That's it. That's it. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. The founder that's returning. Fudge. Oh, that's one hell of a power play. Oh, that is one hell of a power play. Mm. All right. So sometimes when you deal with demonic things, it will want to use you. And sometimes the same demonic things will want to be used by you. See, when you use them, you then displace energy within your field, and now they have a foothold. And that's why the song keeps coming up. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. They're infiltrating through REM, state of sleep. They're infiltrating through lucid dreams. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. That's what he did. He traveled all the way through, incarnating and being hidden, to understand and be able to exploit human psychology. Well done. What percentage of the human populace is neurotypical? Oh, fucking shit. Between 30 and 40% of the population are thought to be neurodiverse. That would mean 70% are neurotypical. Do you mean the 70% that exist as organic portals? Card number 27, 2 is the number of guidance, 7 is the number of completion. This is the guidance given in order to complete the mission at hand. Third house, the house of a solid foundation, the house of messages. You must stay drunk on writing so reality cannot destroy you. If you stay drunk on the stories that are written, reality cannot destroy the program that you believe is you. Words have power. Now is a time to get your point across. With this card, you may also get a clearer direction in the way to proceed. The third house also represents neighborhoods and siblings. Like the Lyrans, there are siblings. The third house is the area of the astrological chart that reveals how we think, speak, and communicate, neurodivergency. Neurodivergents are much harder to breach. You cannot predetermine what pathway of chaos they will take. What's the most powerful type of magic? Chaos magic. You can never negate it. It's chaos. You can never negate that. You don't know what pathways. You don't know the level of potency. You don't know what chaos will do. Right, exactly, Adam. NPCs. They're telling us right to our face. NPCs. Some of them want to use you. Some of them wanna be used by you. Oh, let me meet my girlfriend. Some of them wanna abuse you. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yes, I was totally hyping you up to my people.
Oh, are you still alive? You must not be.
I am still live. Now I'm scaring everyone. First, I was talking about how sweet and powerful you are, like the most beautiful mix. Oh my God, are those your new chicks?
Yes. Do you see their picture?
I did. They are so adorable.
I think cute. Chayton is chick sitting right now
Oh.
because we have one that's not doing great, so he's like trying to get food and water.
Oh. How does Tango feel about chicks? They're not in the
He
house,
was
right?
not sure. Well, they were to start with when I first brought them home, and Tango was like kind of jealous. It was very cute.
Oh, see, everyone's listening to your voice and they're like, oh my God. Because I was like, you are the sweetest. If they talk to you and hear your voice, they'll just be like, oh my God, she is the sweetest, most feminine, delicate flower. But then you're also badass.
I'm quite badass, yeah.
You are. You are. I was sharing with them that one time someone just like, so and so was out of town for work and someone came to your property and you were like, I'm armed.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. I was like, she's so
I do. It
badass.
was a scary day, but it worked out well.
Right. Because I was telling them, like, I would rather be afraid and be able to take action that empowers me while afraid than feel courageous and not take action at all.
Yeah, because we are super cute girls, so they might get the wrong idea that they could overpower us. So it's nice to have protection.
Right. And then, like, they don't know who you are. So it's like you have big boobs too. So people think like they get in the way, but they don't.
No, they're like a superpower. They give us more leverage.
Yes. Yes. All right, girl. I better let you go. I love you.
All right. I love you. Talk to you later.
Bye. Y'all. Her boobs are big like mine too. Yeah. Do you hear how sweet she is? She'll fucking shoot you. Nah, I'm joking. No. No, she's about protecting her family though. Could you imagine that voice? Like, I'm armed. Please leave. Right? She's like, I'm armed. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay. That's the kind of girlfriends I have. Okay, card number 49. 4 is a number of self. 9 is a number of divinity. She's so awesome, though. She's so awesome. All right, card number 49. Jupiter return benefits. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Does not sound good. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. There is an opportunity at hand for something very malignant to get a foothold. I say this and I say it only one time. So I hope you hear me when I say it. Do not disarm. All right. This card indicates a period when doors are open and obstacles are lifted. That means the shields have come down. The doors are now opened. The obstacles, the very things, the armadas that have been allowed to patrol and orbit have been dispersed. They've been forced to leave. We're going higher on that DEF CON. We are. Okay. So let's see. You're given the freedom to advance your goals with absolute abandon. It suggests you will soon be entering a time where you encounter less resistance and life should flow much easier. Oh my God, I should totally have my friend come live with me, but not here. I don't know what he'll say. So, not here. Maybe I'll ask him when he has availability. He's such a wealth of information. It's ridiculous. He has so much information. It's just not good for my health because I will fixate on it. But maybe those who are in that private platform we use for the private ministry area, the soulsanctuary.love, maybe you guys would benefit from a private conversation with him. He is a wealth of knowledge, constitutional knowledge. I'm just saying, yeah. All right. Yeah. Goals or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit. You understand everything that's playing out right now was initiated more than a decade ago, right? Some of them want. When did California remove religious exemptions? Is that over 10 years ago? Oh, let me see. Okay. When did it go away though? 2016? 2015. According to kqed.org, I love KQED. I used to watch that as a child. Excuse me. California ends personal belief exemption for vaccines, June 29th, 2015. Updated on June 30th, 2015. Legislation ending personal belief exemptions for vaccines is now a done deal. SB 277 was signed into law. So, how long did they fight for SB 277 to go into law? When did that start? And you'll get a good idea when they decided to begin rolling out this plan. What's this plan? We're going to see. We're definitely going to see. We're definitely going to see that. So, something very good is about to emerge from the debris of the past. In order for something good to emerge from the debris of the past, there must be utter destruction of the past, which, until that's complete, it's the present. It could be a thing you felt you lost or something that did not work out exactly as you hoped. It may even be a plan you've forgotten about that once again comes into your life to make some remarkable changes and advances. This card implies good fortune and prosperity in many areas. Dreams manifest into reality at this time. It's a time to also be aware of how you approach matters of your own spirituality, faith, and destiny. There is a rapidness to Jupiter, so it's important to grab a hold of anything that surfaces. Don't let go. Investigate the possibilities this might bring. It's not a good time to get carried away, though. It's always important with Jupiter to keep a clear head. Jupiter, named for the Roman god or Jove, This is a jovial planet, open-hearted. Heart chakra blowout. Do you want me to read the rest? Or is it a good idea for me to just move to the next card? Do you guys want I should just move to the next card? Okay. Some of them want to use you. Virgo, I analyze. Card number 18. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. Worry and organization are the key traits of the sign Virgo and of this card. Virgos are true worrywarts. Much of their worry focuses on health, possible disasters, and any sudden changes, which they dread. They would much prefer a return to simpler times. You think? Virgos shy away from chaos and detest array. It isn't unusual for Virgo natives to keep books and musical collections in alphabetical order. Let's see. If this card presents itself during a reading, look to concerns about health, family, lifestyle, and your job. If you're expecting things to go normally or as planned, that will not likely be the case. Watch out for critical people who seem to pick at all you do, or perhaps you are now the picky person. Your mind may be beleaguered by worries, some of them health related. Other worries may be that things have gotten out of control. This card sometimes indicates hospital doors. Meaning medical tests and visits to the doctor. Dealing with health issues, the workings of your own body, as well as those of your family or friends may factor in. But you could be worried that you could experience worry that borders on hypochondria. You may feel you have every disease you read about or learn about. You may begin to have symptoms with little explanation as to why they occur. Hello. Psychosomatic. Can we get a sprinkle of psychosomatic, please? Oh my gosh. You may go for medical tests, but this card does not necessarily indicate a serious illness. It's a good time to get rid of your clutter. Living a cleaner life, focusing on details, and doing what needs to be done are now your focus. Other concerns would be your daily routine, 9 to 5 responsibilities, mundane goings on that may need your attention. Getting organized will enable you to get to where you're going. This card also suggests you need to be more reliable in your approach. Problems won't go away. You must work and they must be addressed. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, I think I'm going to pull one last card and just be done because now I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Hold your head up, moving on. What deck was I going to pull from? Where's my favorite deck? My Rumi deck is missing. I know I took it out because I have my book here. Pedro. Give me back my shit. My roomie deck is missing. Hold on, guys. This little fucker, I swear to God. That's why we always have issues. That's why you and I always have issues, and I no longer count you as a friend. It's not funny. Give me my shirt. Pedro took my deck. Motherfucker, put it back. Well, Pedro's back. That made my head throb. So Pedro's back. That gave me a fat headache. All right. Oh my God, what happened? Are you okay, Adrian? Adrian, are you all right? Pedro likes your comment, Ocean. I wonder if he would show himself. Hold on. Pedro. He's actually here. Can you guys feel him? He stays in this area a lot. Okay. It's making my heart pound. I'm glad you're okay now, Adrian. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Do you guys see right here? Oh my gosh. All right. Sacred Soul Sister, card number 37. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you're beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for stability until you become stable. Look for instability until you become stable. I love you. I'm your other self. I'm with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I'm the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. There is a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there's no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination. Or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless. You see them as a fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds, to open up new realities. And to transform the nature of our existence from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She's just a part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky, for it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She's a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation or absorbing engagement in activity, where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast paced, forward moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied. Yet she is in deep concentration to feel for truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her. And she's listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open, and permeable. She delivers questions that lead to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure and fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She's trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth. Therefore, she can be relied upon as a faithful way shower for the heart. So, to commune with her, wise as that impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue, and beguile as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful, and helpful truths. So, in her world and in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings, and the possibilities, to dwell, ponder, and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity, and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. You may dream of charging up hills with great energy when in your physical world you can barely muster enough strength to get out of bed in the morning. What does this all mean? This apparent contrary world upside down, nothing as it seems symbolism. The meaning is the communication, and the communication is received in repose, in reflection, in quietness and rest. And you must trust. Trust her and trust yourself. When something needs to be known, so it shall be. This is necessary. So much less than what we expect. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance. Your unknowingness is your bowing to life with trust. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She's guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinth back alleyways, trying to find your way home again, no matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature. It is growth. It is God. She is God in you now. Remember that, and you'll realize, if you don't mind the ending being told before the last chapter, that everything's going to be okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why, or without particular reason, you just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. That part in that, it's like so similar. Hold on. This sonnet right here. Hold on, let me find it again in the book. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why or without particular reason. You just know. That's in the book. And then my most favoriteest poem of all time. I don't love you as if you were a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as love. I love you as one loves certain obscure things, secretly between the shadow and the soul. I love you as a plant that doesn't bloom but carries the light of those flowers hidden within itself. And thanks to your love, the tight aroma that arose from the earth lives dimly in my body. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you directly without problems or pride. I love you like this because I don't know any other way to love, except in this form in which I am not, nor are you, so close that your hand upon my chest is mine, so close that your eyes close with my dreams. I just love that poem so much. There are things that you know without knowing why or how. Those are the things you listen to now. Those are the things that are guiding you out of the labyrinth of your doubt. You don't just have one doubt. You have so many doubts and insecurities about yourself and your worth and your capabilities that you created an entire labyrinth that you've been lost in up until now. The beautiful thing about this labyrinth is that the walls are not solid. You can easily walk through them whenever you feel like it. But it's going to take some level of knowing the self and trusting in your ability to know who you are. Knowing who you are is knowing where you're going. You are your own home. You are your own home. You spend your entire life looking for someone else. You spend so much of your time looking outside of you for a reflection of something that already exists inside. Not much scares me these days. Is it because I've been training, because I've been preparing myself emotionally, mentally? No. It's because I'm finally home within myself and my life. I don't just trust, I know. I've entered into a state of gnosis, a knowing that whatever my life brings my way, whatever is laid on the floor in front of my front door, not only will I be able to handle it, it will be the very challenge that pushes me further into a state of thriving. And that's alchemy. That's transmutation. All of these things, these terms that we learn from these gurus, these leaders, these teachers, these people who use your lack of faith in your ability to understand, your intelligence, your capability. They use those very insecurities as the components to build their throne, their pedestal. No. Not only will I not add any components of me to your attempt to build a pedestal on top of me, I'm also going to have to ask you to step down. There's only room here for equals. There's only room for us to stand shoulder to shoulder. There's no room for anyone's ornate pedestal. If you need to be on a pedestal, you need to go sit at the sidelines. Get out of the way. Change is coming. I'd hate for you to be trampled by it. Change is going to come, and we're going to handle it. Are we going to handle it because we have no other choice? No, you always have a choice. We're going to handle it because we are choosing to. That's why. We are choosing to. We're choosing to handle everything that comes our way. We're choosing to handle the changes that are going to lead to more changes, that are going to lead to a higher level of understanding of yourself and your life. These changes are the very things that are going to help you understand why change is absolutely necessary. You're afraid of change? You change every time you inhale. You change every time you exhale. You change when you hold your breath. You're changing every single moment of your life. You're afraid of the one thing that's guaranteed? That's the one thing that's guaranteed. Change. I say we celebrate it. I say we celebrate change and we celebrate ourselves and we celebrate each other. And I say we make life one big celebration because really, I'm done looking for things to be sad about. I'm done waiting for another excuse to mourn our existence. It's just boring. It's boring. I don't want to mourn. I don't want to do any of that. I want to celebrate. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. You'll come across people who will tell you life is serious. For who? For who? There are no fans on in the room. Do you guys see Pedro wiggling my plant? There's no fans on, and all the vents are closed. Do you guys see that? Anyways. Um I don't know. There's just like there's this message that is thinly veiled. I don't know how to articulate what the message is. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. Maybe I'll just leave it be. And if I'm asked to do another Blu-ray reading, I'll go ahead and do a Blu-ray reading, and maybe it'll come out then. So, you know, this side, he likes this plant right here. Let's see. I don't think he's going to show himself. He's not going to. He's not. He was wiggling around some of the stuff. If I don't forget, you know, if it's an important thing, I won't forget it, I guess. There's no way for me to articulate it right now. I don't know the words. I see a tunnel. Subterranean tunnel. Some type of gateway. I see a stargate. The planetary shields are coming down. They're being thinned intentionally. It's to allow a shadow founder. It's to allow a shadow founder in. And then I see all these different symbols. They're symbols that haven't been used on this earth plane in a very long time. They might have only been used during the beginning, the formation, the separation between water and land. Rainbow, that's what they're trying to harvest. All children being born at this time are all neurodivergent. All. They're all neurodivergent. Every single last one. No more neurotypicals are being born. None. And that's why everything's happening the way it is. There's no more neurotypicals being born. And so they're doing all of these things that are making it harder for people to conceive. They're doing all of these things that are making it harder for pregnancies to develop all the way to term. Just so many different things, so many different things. And no, it's not my job or my place to tell anyone what to do with their body. You know, I don't like to be part of that type of political conversation. Yes, it's collapsing. And they're trying to use the essence of new children that have been tainted to rebuild a new false matrix. That's what they're doing. I'm asking, what else do you guys need to know? I don't know if it altered the video. This guy is hella playing. He's hella playing. Putting them somewhere is not enough. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to overstep any boundaries. I just know that at some point we're going to have to make a decision as a collective whole. We're going to have to make a decision where, first off, not everyone is going to agree. Okay? Not everyone is going to agree ever. We're never going to have any type of unanimous decision. But at some point, there's going to have to be decisions that are made that will help to honor the sovereignty of all. I don't know what that decision is supposed to be. I just don't know. Let's see. Can you guys feel him? Can you guys see him and feel him? I can feel him. He is just he's going to all of the crystals like, ooh, ooh. Oh my goodness. I found his house. I made him a house and I finally found it. And so I put it out there with the other flowers. And I think he's finally like, yay! Because I think this is the most plants he's ever seen in the house. Not to mention, my foxglove digitalis just bloomed. And also my skullcap, they just bloomed. Yeah. Oh, he can hide all of them. Those are his. Those aren't my crystals. Those are his. Yes, Ebony. It pixelates like a very mild pulse of pixelation. If you just look at the screen, you'll see everything go clear, and then one area will kind of just blur just a little bit. He's cloaked. He's hiding. So you guys probably won't see him as like his usual light form. But you'll see like little bursts of blur. Oh. He has a whole bunch of crystals. I use lanterns for their houses, and he has a whole bunch of crystals in there. Oh my gosh, you guys should see his pillow. You want me to go get his pillow and show you? Do you guys want me to get his pillow? Do you want to see what his pillow looks like? Hold on. Let me get his pillow. All right. You ready? Herkimer diamond. 2 of them. And then do you know what he uses as his cuddle? You want to see? You want to see what he cuddles with? This is what I love for him. This is his cuddler. You guys want to see something really, really cool? I got to show you something really, really cool. Hold on. All right, you ready? I got to find it first. You ready? It looks like the eye of God. Hold on. It's a rainbow in there. Have you guys ever seen a nebula? You see that? It looks like the eye of God. Hold on. I don't have the proper lights to really show it off. Let me show you. It looks like the Eye of God nebula. Doesn't it? Right? You guys like that? Where's it? You'd think it's just like this weird shape, right? And then you turn and you're like, oh, is that the eye of God? It looks like the Eye of God nebula. Can you leave the door open, sir?
Why?
Because I want you to hear my voice through the whole house. Some of them wants to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Okay. I don't want to hurt my throat. I'm just saying, I like to sing bluesy and a little bit jazzy and soulful, but I ain't got no thyroid health for that. I'm going to get going, guys. Life has exhausted me. I need to get on to a business meeting very, very soon. Stay safe. Pay attention. Pay attention to what your life is telling you. Pay attention to what your life is showing you. Allow yourself to come to terms with what needs to be let go of and hold on to the things that you're being given by life. Okay? I'm just saying. Hold on to the things that you actually deserve, not the suffering, the learning. Hold on to the learning and apply what you've learned in your life. When you apply the knowledge, it becomes wisdom. When you apply the knowledge with compassion for self, it becomes grace. It's important stuff. It's important stuff. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. I gotta go. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you guys very soon. I'm about to activate a fairly lovely coupon on my website for Memorial Day weekend. You'll see when it's activated because a pop-up will open when you go to my website, and you'll be able to see all the goodies. My goodies, my goodies, my goodies, not my goodies. I gotta go. My kid just looked at me like, what are you doing? Nothing. Bye, guys.